The Immortal Words. A Guide to the Vachanamritam. Preface. The Vachanamritam stands as a towering beacon of spiritual wisdom, guiding and illuminating the path for countless followers of the Swaminarayan faith. This sacred text, born from the divine utterances of Bhagwan Swaminarayan himself, transcends the boundaries of time and place, offering profound insights into the very essence of human existence. Composed of over 200 discourses delivered between 1819 and 1829 CE, the Vachanamritam's title, meaning Immortal Nectar of Words, aptly captures the enduring relevance of its teachings. These discourses, delivered across various pilgrimage sites in Gujarat, weave a tapestry of spiritual knowledge, illuminating the timeless path to inner enlightenment and God realization. The Vachanamritam encapsulates the core principles of the Swaminarayan Sampradaya, a spiritual tradition shaped by Bhagwan Swaminarayan's message. Devotion to the manifest form of God, Purushottam Narayan, stands as its cornerstone, complemented by unwavering moral conduct, cultivated detachment, and the pursuit of divine understanding through spiritual wisdom. These discourses are not mere pronouncements, they are a call to action. Bhagwan Swaminarayan equips us with the tools to conquer the inner demons of ego, attachment, and other obstacles that impede our spiritual progress. He guides us in mastering the mind, intellect, and senses, fostering unwavering faith and discrimination, the compass and map for our spiritual journey. Throughout the Vachanamritam, the divine presence of God shines brightly. He is portrayed as the all-pervading yet tangible Supreme Being, who out of His infinite compassion, incarnates on earth for the redemption of souls. The importance of satsang, association with spiritually awakened saints, and unwavering obedience to the Guru's commands are emphasized, serving as vital guideposts on this transformative path. Ultimately, the Vachanamritam offers a detailed roadmap to the highest truth, the realization of our own divine nature as the eternal Atma, distinct from the transient body. It guides us towards a life of selfless devotion, culminating in the blissful abode of God. While the wisdom enshrined within these pages originates from ancient times, its practical guidance remains profoundly relevant in the modern world. Just as it transformed countless souls during Bhagwan Swaminarayan's life, the Vachanamritam continues to inspire and uplift spiritual seekers from all walks of life, enabling them to discover their own inner light. This book delves into the essence of the Vachanamritam's vast teachings, condensing them into succinct principles that serve as guideposts for navigating this sacred scripture. By systematically compiling key concepts and teachings from the Vachanamritam, it reveals the unifying thread that weaves through its diverse dialogues. This guide reveals the comprehensive teachings of the Vachanamritam, distilling them into concise and practical principles that serve as a map for navigating this sacred scripture. By meticulously organizing key concepts and ideas from the Vachanamritam, it brings to light the underlying thread that connects its diverse passages, providing a cohesive understanding of its teachings. When studied with dedication, these immortal words, suffused with divine nectar, hold the power to uplift and enlighten spiritual aspirants across the ages. May this concise guide serve as a key, unlocking the infinite depths of wisdom contained within the hallowed teachings of the Vachanamritam. Chapter 1, Gadhad I. Immersion in Divinity, Unveiling the Path at Gadhad. Nestled within the 78 discourses delivered by Bhagwan Swaminarayan at Gadhad lie potent gems of wisdom that illuminate the path to God realization. Here, the emphasis falls on the crucial, yet challenging, practice of constant remembrance and meditation upon God's divine form. When the mind dissolves into the radiant image of the Lord, all obstacles evaporate, and spiritual progress unfolds with effortless grace. Bhagwan Swaminarayan defines the pinnacle of detachment, Uttam Vairagya, as unwavering equanimity in the face of both joy and sorrow. While intermediate seekers may grapple with lingering worldly attachments, a realized soul, like the legendary King Janak, remains imperturbable, centered in their inner stillness. Jealousy, that insidious inner enemy that flares upon another's accomplishments, is vehemently discouraged. Instead, let it act as a catalyst for introspection, urging oneself to cultivate unique talents for the Lord's pleasure. Similarly, perceived inadequacies in visualizing God during meditation should be met with unwavering faith in His boundless grace, not frustration at personal limitations. The Lord underscores the unwavering loyalty and devotion due to the manifest form of God. Yet, He also warns against the company that breeds ingratitude, urging us to cherish the association of saints. Open honesty in confessing one's flaws and spiritual struggles to enlightened masters is encouraged, paving the path for growth. Bhagwan Swaminarayan implores the cultivation of nuanced discernment. We must see our own shortcomings clearly while perceiving God and His devotees through the lens of their divine glory. Understanding intricate philosophical concepts like Anvayavyatirek, which unveil cosmic realities, further enhances this clarity. He reveals that the key to God realization lies in a harmonious blend of elements, unwavering moral courage, spiritual wisdom gleaned from scriptures, detached inner renunciation coupled with profound devotion to the Lord's infinite majesty. When performed with absolute dedication, even worldly responsibilities can be infused with this divine spirit of single-minded love and surrender to God's holy will. Chapter 2, Saranpur. Unveiling the Self, Glimpses of Liberation at Saranpur. The 18 discourses delivered by Bhagwan Swaminarayan at Saranpur hold potent keys to unlocking the shackles of attachment and illuminating the path to realizing the eternal self. Here, the emphasis falls on mastering the unruly senses, the gateway to inner purification. This mastery blossoms through detachment from worldly allurements and cultivating a crystal-clear vision of God's divine glory as the ever-present essence woven into the fabric of all creation. Bhagwan Swaminarayan underscores that the outer mechanics of worship matter less than the inner symphony of devotion and faith resonating within. Mere robotic adherence to rituals pales in comparison to the heartfelt outpouring of love, even in the simplest of acts. To vanquish the binding desires that breed suffering, aspirants must awaken to their true nature as the eternal Atma, distinct from the ephemeral body and its fleeting cravings. Continuous self-inquiry and immersion in scriptural wisdom can solidify this foundational realization. The Lord identifies ego as the root of the poisonous weed of jealousy, blinding us to the radiance of others' greatness. In contrast, true humility recognizes the unique divinity manifesting through each being, finding joy in their spiritual triumphs. Nurturing unwavering faith in the Guru's guidance and scriptural revelations becomes the catalyst for transcending negative tendencies and embracing the noble qualities that mark the golden age of Satyuga. Morality, fearlessness, dispassion, self-knowledge, and selfless service to saints pave the luminous path to liberation. To realize the self, Bhagwan Swaminarayan offers the practice of withdrawing the senses from external distractions and observing the workings of one's own mind and intellect with serene detachment. This inner stillness lays the fertile ground for effortless absorption in meditation upon God. The gopis of Vrindavan are then presented as luminous embodiments of enlightened devotion intertwined with wisdom. While their love for Krishna appeared outwardly intense, it resided within a profound wellspring of understanding and detachment, transforming their love into a vessel of pure, selfless devotion. Chapter 3, Karyani. Illuminating faith, cleansing perception, and unveiling divine grace. Nestled within the 12 enlightening dialogues delivered at Karyani village, Bhagwan Swaminarayan illuminates the path of spiritual progression, unveils the pitfalls of a misguided mind, and reveals the profound purpose behind divine incarnations. The blossoming of faith, he guides us through the captivating dance of faith, tracing its evolution from the realm of the senses to the faculty of the intellect, where it blossoms further. Finally, it takes root in the very essence of the soul, becoming an unshakable anchor that binds our consciousness to the Lord. Imagine a majestic oak tree, its roots firmly grasping the earth, offering unwavering support through the fiercest storms. This is the image of faith anchored in the self. Guarding against misconceptions, Bhagwan Swaminarayan cautions us against the pitfalls of a misguided intellect. When perceptions of flaws cloud our vision of God's divine form and actions, the mind can become a treacherous guide. To cleanse such misconceptions, he prescribes the potent medicine of intense austerities and strict adherence to religious vows. Just as fire purifies gold, these practices burn away the dross of misunderstanding, leaving behind a clear perception of God's perfect being. Understanding karmic dance, he sheds light on the intricate dance of karma, explaining that every action generates consequences, yet the form these consequences take depend on our past actions, not the actions themselves. Imagine casting a pebble into a still pond. The ripples it creates are shaped by the pond's depth and contours, not just the force of your throw. Similarly, our present experiences are reflections of past karma, not direct reactions to our current deeds. This understanding helps us navigate the karmic landscape with equanimity and awareness. Divine descent and compassion. In the face of questions about divine incarnations, Bhagwan Swaminarayan reveals the wellspring of pure compassion that motivates these descents. His message is clear: Krishna and other divine avatars descend not because they are limited in their ability to bestow grace from the higher realm, but because their love for their devotees compels them to walk among us, guiding us first-hand on the path to liberation. Recognizing divinity in all, he identifies ignorance of God's true majesty as the root cause of discord and hostility among devotees. As we recognize his boundless radiance and see each devotee as a precious instrument in his divine mission, a new vision dawns. Imagine a symphony orchestra where each instrument contributes to the harmony of the whole. Similarly, every devotee plays a unique role in the unfolding of God's divine play. Inner austerity over grand gestures. Bhagwan Swaminarayan reminds us that the pomp of lavish offerings pales in comparison to the quiet cultivation of inner austerity, detachment, and devotion. True worship lies not in outward spectacle, but in the heart's surrender to God through ego-effacing love. Imagine a burning incense stick, its fragrance ascending as the self melts away, leaving only the pure devotion that fills the air. Those who deny God's supremacy can never attain inner perfection, regardless of their outward displays of piety. Surrender and divine guidance. In the concluding verses, he emphasizes the transformative power of surrender. True devotees align their lives not with their own desires, but with God's wishes. By offering their ego will to his loving embrace, they experience his constant guidance and presence, regardless of external circumstances. Imagine a small boat carried by a steady current, flowing effortlessly through the turbulent waters of life. This is the state of surrender, where every moment becomes a testament to God's grace. By delving into the wisdom enshrined in Bhagwan Swaminarayan's discourses at Karyani, we embark on a transformative journey that illuminates the path of faith, clarifies perception, and unlocks the doors to God's boundless grace. Chapter 4, Loya. Embracing Serenity, Conquering Desire, and Discovering the Divine Spark. The 18 luminous dialogues delivered at Loya offer potent antidotes for the poison of anger and the allure of lust. Here, tranquility emerges as the shield against anger, and detachment from sensory indulgence is the key to overcoming desire. Above all, remembering God's holy name shines as the ultimate weapon against inner disturbances. Bhagwan Swaminarayan paints a portrait of unshakable faith, a vibrant, blooming flower rooted in unwavering trust in scriptures, unflinching self-awareness, devotion as ardent as a devoted spouse, and the spirit of renunciation towards worldly temptations. This faith forms an impregnable fortress, its shelter eradicating all fear, even that of death. He clarifies the seemingly paradoxical nature of God's incarnations. Though appearing human-like, His divine essence remains boundless, permeating all creation, unmarred by limitations. Just as a tiny seed can birth a majestic tree, the Lord's human form veils His cosmic magnitude as the supreme reality. Lives like those of Ladhibai, Jivuba, and Dada Khachar become beacons of inspiration, illuminating the path of single-minded devotion, unwavering loyalty, and self-sacrificing love for the Lord. They embody the willingness to surrender everything in the pursuit of God and unwavering obedience to His commands. Bhagwan Swaminarayan emphasizes the transformative power of honest confession. Sharing one's inner struggles and doubts about faith with the Guru, rather than letting them fester in secrecy, is the key to spiritual progress. Constant self-examination becomes the compass, guiding us through the ego's labyrinthine deceptions. He sheds light on the varied instruments in the orchestra of spiritual growth. Discourses focused on the Upanishads and Vedanta nourish detachment and grant metaphysical knowledge, while those elucidating rituals guide us towards virtuous conduct. Tales of God's divine exploits awaken devotion and ignite love for His auspicious forms. Ultimately, Bhagwan Swaminarayan declares that direct experience of God, not mere intellectual knowledge or second-hand accounts, unlocks the door to perfect spiritual wisdom. He concludes by reminding us to utilize our unique talents and strengths in the service of devotion, finding inner fulfillment within. The path of spiritual progress is not paved with the thorns of comparison, but with the fragrant blossoms of individual growth and selfless service. By venturing into the wisdom of Loya, we embark on a journey within, embracing serenity, conquering desire, and discovering the divine spark that lies dormant within our own hearts. Chapter 5, Panchala. Focusing the lens of devotion. The 7 illuminating dialogues at Panchala distill potent wisdom into a focused elixir for cultivating unwavering devotion towards God. Here, Bhagwan Swaminarayan guides us to dive deep into the boundless ocean of divine bliss, surpassing the fleeting thrills of the senses. Imagine beggars squabbling over pebbles on the shore while a pearl of incomparable value lies submerged within their grasp. Such is the futility of pursuing worldly pleasures when God's presence offers limitless joy. This profound realization cultivates a resolute dispassion towards everything except the ultimate goal of reaching His sacred abode. He offers clarity against abstract conceptualizations of God prevalent in certain philosophies. While some may categorize Him as a mere 24th or 25th principle, Bhagwan Swaminarayan emphasizes the power of worshipping the tangible divine form. This concrete image becomes a focal point for devotion, offering far greater depth than abstract contemplations. When surrendering to the Lord in this way, one should shed all preconceived notions and simply bask in the radiance of His manifested glory. Ego and the corrosive venom of jealousy must be conquered. By turning the mirror of self-reflection inward, we discern our own flaws and cultivate discriminative awareness. True love then transcends the fickle dance of the senses and finds its eternal harbor in the perfect form of God, unblemished by illusion's touch. Bhagwan Swaminarayan affirms the authentic duality of the Lord's incarnations. Both the human and divine aspects are integral facets of his being, not mere masks or illusions. While the unenlightened mind may perceive only the human exterior, scriptural study unlocks the hidden depths of his simultaneously manifest divinity. He advocates for a nuanced understanding of humility. While excessive pride before the Lord is unwarranted, a righteous fire can ignite within us when defending satsang and dharma against unjust threats. However, in the presence of the Guru and enlightened saints, the posture of a humble servant remains the highest virtue. Among the 10 primary avatars, Krishna is extolled as the most complete manifestation, showcasing the multifaceted splendor of the divine. Bhagwan Swaminarayan assures that unwavering devotion towards the tangible Krishna deity offers the potential for redemption, even if other aspects of spiritual practice falter. Drawing upon vivid analogies, he reveals the true nature of God's eternal form. Unchanging, perfect, and unfettered by limitations, it may choose to unveil itself in a human-like guise, captivating even the wisest minds. Yet, just as a magician's illusions mesmerize without revealing the hidden mechanics, the Lord's human appearance should not eclipse the deeper understanding of his boundless, eternal reality. By delving into the wisdom of Panchala, we refine the lens of our devotion, intensifying our focus on the singular source of true and lasting fulfillment. Through this unwavering dedication, we pave the path towards an intimate communion with the divine, where the ephemeral fades away and the eternal beckons. Chapter 6, Gadhad 2. Piercing the veil of delusion and embracing unwavering devotion. The second series of Bhagwan Swaminarayan's profound discourses at Gadhad illuminates the path to unshakable devotion, dispelling the fog of delusion that binds us to suffering. He exposes the root of our misery, an attachment to fleeting sensory pleasures that breed only dissatisfaction. This delusion blossoms from ignorance of our true nature and the radiant omnipresence of God as the cosmic source. By nurturing self-knowledge, realizing God's magnificent essence, and cultivating detachment from worldly allurements, we shatter the chains of ignorance and find freedom. Bhagwan Swaminarayan clarifies the deceptive nature of desire. Unlike the eternal joy residing within the Atma, the soul, desires for fleeting pleasures arise from the external pull of the senses. Recognizing ourselves as spiritual beings, distinct from the instruments of the senses, and discovering the ever-present bliss within brings a natural cessation of these insatiable cravings. He warns against the twin pitfalls of excessive indulgence and misguided pride. Indulging the senses through lust leads to spiritual decline, while equating the Atma with Brahman, the universal consciousness, fosters an inflated ego. Instead, he recommends navigating the spiritual path with a balanced compass, one hand firmly grasping the anchor of loving devotion, and the other wielding the wisdom of God's immeasurable greatness. Imagine a faithful wife, her loyalty unwavering, yet her actions guided by discerning virtue. The Lord reminds us that unwavering loyalty to God grants the courage and resolve to stand firm against those who oppose dharma, the righteous path. He emphasizes the importance of seeking the company of the wise, the satsang, where hearts resonate in loving devotion to the Lord's holy name and form. Bhagwan Swaminarayan affirms the absolute authority of rules and prohibitions prescribed by enlightened saints. These are not arbitrary dictates, but guiding torches illuminating the path to liberation. Doubting or disobeying them betrays a sinful mindset incompatible with sincere spiritual pursuit. He unveils the capricious nature of the Antahkaran, the shifting landscape of our internal mind, intellect, ego, and memory. By anchoring ourselves in the unchanging essence of the Atma, the eternal self, we rise above the turbulent waves of this internal ocean and attain true serenity. The Lord reveals that unwavering devotion, rooted in equanimity, elevates us to the state of pure consciousness beyond the limitations of the three modes of nature, Nirvikalp Samadhi. He reminds us that harming or insulting a humble devotee bound in loving service to God brings immense karmic consequences, for the omnipresent Lord dwells within all hearts. Bhagwan Swaminarayan's dialogues paint a vast tapestry, encompassing techniques for mind control, the transformative power of satsang, the importance of moral courage, detachment from ego and desires, a deep understanding of God's magnificence, and the liberating embrace of His divine grace. By venturing into this wisdom, we begin to unravel the knots of delusion and embark on a transformative journey towards unwavering devotion and spiritual fulfillment. Chapter 7, Vardhan. Illuminating devotion, unveiling omnipresence, and embracing divine grace. The 20 luminous discourses delivered by Bhagwan Swaminarayan at Vardhan offer profound insights into cultivating unwavering devotion, realizing God's omnipresence, and understanding the purpose of divine incarnations. At the heart of his teachings lies the transformative power of unwavering devotion. He affirms that the highest state of Nirvikalp Samadhi, where one transcends the mind and merges with the divine, can be attained through complete surrender to the manifest form of God, even if the senses and mind are not fully controlled. Nevertheless, he emphasizes the importance of spiritual striving to minimize inner disturbances, for a tranquil mind acts as a fertile ground for devotion to blossom. Bhagwan Swaminarayan reveals that perceiving him as the one supreme doer who assumes all forms, beyond the limitations of karma, maya, illusion, and intricate philosophical principles, offers him the greatest pleasure. To understand his divine nature, he encourages not a dogmatic adherence to any single philosophy, but a harmonious synthesis of wisdom gleaned from diverse sources like the Vedas, Sankhya, Yoga, Pancharatra, and Pashupta Darshanas. He outlines the fourfold path of enlightened devotion, profound knowledge of God's glory, unwavering detachment from the world's allurements, unwavering moral courage, and loving devotion to His divine form, perfected through the Guru's grace. This single-pointed devotion, like a compass guiding true north, leads us effortlessly towards life's highest fulfillment. The Lord emphasizes the crucial role of satsang, the association with realized saints, in nurturing devotion coupled with wisdom. He compares the fellowship of saints to the harmonious cooperation of ministers under a benevolent king, each contributing their unique talents to a common purpose. Serving such an enlightened Guru, he declares, is the crown jewel of all auspicious undertakings. While God pervades all creation in a subtle, invisible form, He simultaneously chooses to reside in specific holy abodes where devotees, through focused meditation and His grace, can perceive His radiant, tangible form. This act of assuming a visible form is not a limitation, but an expression of His infinite love, offering devotees the opportunity for intimate communion. Bhagwan Swaminarayan assures that even those burdened by past misdeeds can be uplifted through sincere love for God and His saints. However, he warns against the grave offense of criticizing or doubting the words of self-realized masters, for such actions invite immense sorrow and impede spiritual progress. He reminds us that within each soul lie latent tendencies, be they towards righteousness or the allure of demons, carried over from previous lives and shaped by our chosen company. Yet, the transformative power of the dust from a saint's holy feet has the miraculous ability to cut through even the most hardened layers of negative tendencies, revealing the radiant light of our true spiritual potential. In the sacred communion of satsang lies the key to awakening our divine destiny. By delving into the wisdom of Vartal, we embark on a transformative journey. We learn to cultivate unwavering devotion, perceive God's omnipresent grace, and understand the transformative power of divine incarnations and the blessings of satsang. With each step, we draw closer to the ultimate goal of life, realizing our own divine essence and experiencing the boundless joy of communion with the Supreme Lord. Chapter 8, Ahmedabad. Unveiling inner visions, cultivating pure devotion, and embracing selfless service. The concise yet potent spiritual dialogues delivered by Bhagwan Swaminarayan at Ahmedabad offer a treasure trove of insights into advanced meditation techniques and the essence of selfless devotion. He unveils a powerful practice, visualizing the radiant orb of the sun residing within the right eye and the cooling rays of the moon in the left. As these inner visions converge at the spiritual heart center, while maintaining awareness of one's soul and the Lord's presence, profound spiritual capacities begin to blossom. Bhagwan Swaminarayan emphasizes that the purity of the devotee's mind and heart far outweighs the meticulous perfection of external rituals. A devotee who bathes the Murti, divine image, and sanctum with utmost love, even with limited resources, stands far above one who performs elaborate rituals devoid of inner devotion. True worship originates from the depths of the heart, not the spectacle of outward display. He affirms that the greatest devotees transcend the limitations of ego and body, attaining realization of the formless absolute reality that lies beyond the veil of Maya, illusion. However, such an elevated state is a rare gem. For most spiritual aspirants, the path to liberation unfolds through the constant practice of fixing the mind upon God's divine form with unwavering love, fueled by self-knowledge and detachment, vairagya. The Lord cautions against actions motivated by vanity and the desire for public approval. Such performances bind us to the chains of attachment. Instead, he advocates for humble service offered solely to please God, diligently following the spiritual practices prescribed by the Guru. Detached from anxiety about public perception, the devotee discovers perfect peace in transforming every duty into an offering of love to the beloved Lord. Thus, the Ahmedabad discourses illuminate the path towards advanced yogic meditation, the transformative power of pure devotion in cleansing the heart's mirror, and the liberating practice of selfless service as a pathway to divine grace. By venturing into this wisdom, we embark on a journey inward, where true realization blossoms in the fertile ground of a heart surrendered to the Lord. Chapter 9, Gadhad 3. The culmination, weaving the tapestry of God realization. In the grand final of 39 enlightening dialogues at Gadhada, Bhagwan Swaminarayan masterfully weaves together the essence of the path to God realization, offering a comprehensive tapestry of wisdom for spiritual aspirants. He emphasizes that true devotion is not a passive sentiment, but a vibrant tapestry woven with three threads: tireless discernment, the keen ability to distinguish the impermanent allurements of the world from the enduring bliss of God; detachment, withdrawing the senses from the tug of temptations, refusing to be puppets of fleeting desires; constant self-awareness, maintaining a watchful vigil over the mind, preventing it from falling into the trap of identifying with the ever-changing body, a breeding ground for endless cravings. Bhagwan Swaminarayan affirms that unwavering knowledge of God's boundless majesty, fostered by diligently studying scriptures, serving saints, and basking in His grace, cultivates a devotion that effortlessly soars above all obstacles on the spiritual journey. This devotion blossoms into the highest love, where the devotee experiences the exquisite reality of oneness with the beloved Lord. However, he clarifies that even after attaining inner purification, a subtle residue of tender compassion and concern for creation may linger in the heart of an enlightened sage. This is not a sign of imperfection, but an expression of their boundless empathy. Like a surgeon who operates with care despite severing tissue, the liberated soul, though detached, retains a compassionate awareness of the world's suffering. The Lord unequivocally declares that everything created by the three modes of nature, Prakriti, is ephemeral, destined to dissolve in the cosmic dance of time. Only the unmanifest absolute reality, untouched by nature's sway, reigns supreme. Yet, human birth becomes an invaluable opportunity to seek that deathless divinity through sincere spiritual effort. He reminds us that unwavering devotion, marked by singular love and a deep understanding of God's ways, remains unshaken even in the face of adversity. Just as Sita's faith in Rama endured through exile and hardship, true love weathers any storm, finding solace in the divine embrace. Bhagwan Swaminarayan cautions against the pitfalls of misplaced attachment. Although venerating exalted beings holds merit, it should never overshadow the supreme love for one's chosen deity. He cites the example of Bharatha, whose attachment to a deer, though seemingly harmless, delayed his ascension due to the karmic consequences it incurred. He concludes this luminous series by affirming that the highest spiritual fulfillment lies in surrendering oneself completely to the manifest divine will and eternal truth. To transcend the limitations of the ego-driven mind, mired in delusions, is to embrace the transformative power of the Guru's wisdom and allow the finite individual soul to merge into the boundless ocean of the divine. By venturing into the wisdom of Gadadhatri, we embark on a transformative journey, untangling the knots of illusion and weaving a magnificent tapestry of devotion, knowledge, and surrender. With each step, we draw closer to the ultimate realization, where the finite merges with the infinite, and the seeker unites with the sought. Bhugol Khagol, unveiling the universe and our place within it. Bhagwan Swaminarayan's profound letter, Bhugol Khagol, illuminates the intricate tapestry of the universe through the lens of Vedic cosmology. With meticulous detail, he unveils the 14 realms that rise from the earthly plane to the celestial heights of Satyalok, painting a vivid picture of the cosmos. Further, he explores the 7 islands of Bhumandala, highlighting Bharat Khand as the most sacred domain. Birthplace of divine avatars and playground of enlightened masters who grant liberation, Bharat Khand holds a unique position in the celestial scheme. Delving into the vastness of time, Bhagwan Swaminarayan unravels the cyclical dance of creation and dissolution. Units of yugas, manvantaras, and the unimaginably vast span of Brahma's days underscore the fleeting nature of our earthly existence. This cosmic knowledge within Bhugol Khagol highlights the preciousness and temporary nature of human birth. Being born in Bharat Khand presents a unique opportunity for moksha, liberation from the cycle of rebirth. However, this rare chance can be squandered through transgressions and forgetting our divine purpose. Bhagwan Swaminarayan eloquently warns against such pitfalls, for they can lead to eons of suffering before another chance at liberation arises. Therefore, the essence lies in utilizing this human life wisely. Seeking the guidance of a Sadguru and dedicating oneself to spiritual pursuits is the key to traversing the cosmic journey towards ultimate redemption and eternal bliss. Bhugol Khagol serves as a clarion call, urging us to awaken to our true purpose and embark on the transformative journey towards spiritual fulfillment. Conclusion: Unveiling the Path to Inner Awakening. This book has distilled the essence of the Vachanamritam, a revered scripture, into a clear and readily accessible format. By systematically weaving together Shriji Maharaj's profound dialogues, we gain a nuanced understanding of the core themes that guide us on our spiritual journey. From practical counsel on navigating a virtuous life to fostering unwavering devotion, detaching from worldly illusions, and imbibing the nectar of spiritual knowledge, the Vachanamritam shines as a beacon illuminating the path towards the ultimate goal of God realization. Delving into this essential scripture with diligence and reflection unveils the timeless path to inner awakening and ultimately, the experience of supreme bliss. May these immortal words, imbued with divine nectar, continue to uplift and inspire spiritual seekers across the ages. This concise compilation serves as a helpful guide, unlocking the doorway to the vast wisdom enshrined within the Vachanamritam. As we embark on this transformative journey, may these profound teachings illuminate our hearts and guide us towards the ultimate realization of our divine essence.